Seriously, guys, seriously, why do I always wait until I'm on camera about to film and then I look in a mirror and I'm like, whoa, my eyebrows though. We won't go crazy, we'll just like pluck a couple of them. You know, the ones that are like off near my hairline. Why do I have a brow hair like way down here? Like it's not connected to anything else. It's not even close to where my brows end. Why do I have a hair there? Hello everyone, I'm here today to share with you guys a new what's new at the drugstore type video. We're going to do a full face of products that I've just recently launched from the drugstore. There are a whole bunch, they're all laid out in front of me. They look so pretty, like, oh, just a big line of pretty colorful newness. And I'll also do an update for you guys at the end of the day to talk about how everything wore, what my least favorites were, what my favorites were, and all that fun stuff. If you like these type of videos, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so now that we're zoomed in a little bit, I think the first product I want to use is brows. And I don't have any reason why I want to start with brows, except that I do. I have no rhyme or reason to where I start. Sometimes I start with face, eyes, brows. I haven't started with the lips yet though. I don't know, we'll make it something new. It'll be the red lip first full face makeup challenge. Anyone interested in watching that? I'm using today the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. This is in medium brown. I actually talked about it very, very briefly in the husband buys my makeup and like writes my makeup tutorial video. My husband schooled me, everyone. I was not prepared. But this was one of the products that he had picked out and I didn't actually use it because he also did another brow product that kind of stole the show. And the tip of this one is very interesting. It's almost diamond-like. And then the spoolie at the other end looks like half of a spoolie. It's just like a little ball at the end. This brow is usually a little bit thinner than this one. So I try and fill it in a bit more at the bottom. And then I usually have like a little bald spot back here. So I try and fill that in too. I'm curious to see how it wears down because I find that's usually the test for me. When you first try it, you're like, this is amazing, and you try it out, and then as you wear it down, it becomes more of like a nub. That's when the true test begins. All right, so brows are in place. They're looking pretty good, nice and feathery, which I like. And I've just, in experimenting with this, the stumpier end that is the smaller triangle and using that to more fill in, and then using the point to kind of create any sort of wisps. That seems to work the best for me. So we'll see how long wearing it is, but so far, so good. Next, we're gonna go in with eyeshadow, and this is a new launch from NYX. This is their I Love You So Mochi. Mochi, right? It's part of their new collection. They have all these like squishy, putty-like eyeshadows, and I haven't touched them. I'm so proud of myself. And it looks like, just sort of in seeing it reflecting off of my lights, it looks like only this one is matte. The rest are all shimmers. So this should be a interesting look today. It'll be very sparkly. Very sparkly. First of all, is it squishy? Oh, like a little bit. I was expecting it to be really squishy. So you can see my like little imprint right there. It's not like super squishy though, guys. Don't get too excited. Ooh, or maybe do get excited. That's very pretty. Okay, let's try this like matte shade. Mattes are always the test, although this one will be tricky because it is a very light shade. Okay. Okay, I stand corrected. That's pretty good. So I've already primed my lid because I don't actually have a new primer, so I just use the one from Essence that I really like. And I'm gonna start with this matte shade right here just to highlight and also to make it more of a neutral transition. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll go in with this one right here. This is a nice sort of a taupey brown color. Oh no, please don't be patchy. Please don't be patchy. Now let's take a slightly denser brush here, and I wanna use that bronzy shade that we started with over here. Start with that on the outer corner of the lid. And then let's take some of this color right here. We're gonna pat that on the lid. I don't think using a flat brush is gonna do what I want. Nope. I'm gonna try it with my fingers. Maybe that'll work better. Oh, there we go. That's better. It's very glittery and it's almost looking a little bit like textury. It's a very frosty eye. I'm not used to seeing myself with this, but kind of like it. The glitter on my lids though is not my favorite. Not loving how that is looking on me personally. All right, so I'm just gonna give this a good blend and then we're gonna go on to the next. All right, now that we have that on, I actually wanna go on to another eyeshadow, but it's a liquid eyeshadow. And this is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Liquid Eyeshadow. And I wanna kind of apply that to the lid. I totally forgot that I wanted to test this out as I drop it on the floor. This is in the shade Shells and Whistles. Should I swatch it first? Yeah, let's swatch it. Ooh, look at that. That's just one little swipe, people. I'm just gonna take some of that off my hand there and just plop it on the eyelids. Look at how shiny it is. Oh no, guys, I'm trying to blend this stuff out and every single time I go in to try and blend it, it like peels all of the glitter off of my lids. No! This is getting really irritating. Let's try it just along the lash line. See if that makes a difference. And while this is drying down, I'm just going to tightline the upper waterline, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Eye Pencil. This is also really new, and it is very, very good. This stuff does not budge at all for me. I'm obsessed with these. Okay, so now on to mascara, and we're using the Killer Curves mascara. This is by Physicians Formula. It says here this is a full volume curling mascara that has an hourglass brush shape that coats and sets even the tiniest of lashes. That is a minuscule hourglass shape. Story of my life. All right, I don't know about killer volume, Physicians Formula. Like, that's like fine, I guess. I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna do 2 coats on both lashes, and we're gonna go on to the next product. This is what we're looking at. Like, I'm not super wowed by this. This just isn't doing it for me. All right, so now we're gonna go on to the skin products. And for primer today, I'm gonna be testing out the Pixie Rose Flash Balm, which is an instant skin booster. And this product apparently can be used as a primer and also a face mask. A 2-in-1 that I did not see coming. Oh, my bad. It's supposed to be a 3-in-1. So it's a moisturizer, or as a primer to prep the skin, or a face mask if you apply more of it. Wowza, that's a lot of things all in one. It's weirding me out that I can also use this as a face mask later, just using a thicker amount. Like, doesn't that feel like it would be like a lot for the skin? No, just me? It feels very smooth and it's drying down quite easily. In terms of tackiness, there's like a little tiny bit there, which is good. It definitely has that like gardeny scent to it. I was worried it was gonna feel very masky on my skin, but like it is like sunk into the skin very quickly, so that's really good. And now for foundation, I'm gonna be testing out the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I've been seeing a lot of stuff going around on this that it's supposed to be a dupe for the new Tarte foundation, which I have not tried. It's supposed to have like a stick in it, like the Tarte one. Oh, it does! Oh my gosh, it's gigantic like the Tarte one too. So this is supposed to be a longwear buildable medium to full coverage foundation with a healthy satin finish. It also has some sort of brightening complex in it, hyaluronic acid, so it's going to hydrate as well as brighten up the skin. All right, shake bottle before use. I can do that. All right, I'm just gonna paint this on my face. Oh, you don't get a lot out in one go. Like, that's pretty much everything that's on the wand, everyone. So you're gonna have to re-dip a lot. That's a little annoying. The shade I'm using right now is LN3. I really did not apply enough product to that one side, so we'll just do that again. Like right here where I applied most of the foundation, it is giving it a very nice, like flawless satin look. Oh, that's really pretty. I think that's also a combination with the primer as well. The primer's really like locked up my pores. That is amazing. Okay, well, we'll be using this more. I'll apply a little bit more on this side, just see how much buildable coverage we're working with. There are 16 shades within this foundation, and that's more than I think Physicians Formula has ever done before, which is awesome to see. I mean, it took them a while, but they got there, everyone. Apply a little bit more to this side, and we'll blend it out with the sponge. In terms of which applicator I like better, I think, like, they're pretty close. I would say if you want something that's going to give you a fuller coverage finish, then you'll probably like using a brush a little bit better. My skin's looking very like dewy and glowy. Oh, I like it so far. And now for concealer, I thought I would test out 2 different concealers. We'll do one on one eye, one on the other eye. And the first one is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Concealer. It's supposed to be a medium coverage concealer that has 25-hour wear. And then the other one is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. And it says here it is a vitamin-infused formula to brighten up the complex. It is a full coverage concealer pen. So that's something I'm gonna have to keep in mind, is that one is going to be very full coverage, the other one is going to be medium coverage. We'll try and build it up and see how full coverage it ends up looking. That might be a little bit light. That is 01 Light Ivory. And this one is 100 Fair. 100 Fair? Why is 100 Fair darker than Light Ivory? I don't understand your naming, Rimmel. That's a much better color choice for me. And this guy underneath the, whoa. Oh, I forgot to show you what it looks like. It's a little brush. It's just a brush. I'm using a new sponge. This is by L'Oreal, and this is their concealer blending sponge. It is very nice. It's very flat on the one side, so it's like pressing all the product in very smoothly under there. Like maybe the CoverGirl one is a little bit fuller coverage. You can see a little bit of the dark circles under my eyes with the Rimmel one. But we'll see what they look like by the end of the day and see how they wear, because that can sometimes make an impact and a difference as well. So I'm gonna set my whole face and then we're gonna go on to the next product. Okay, we're back. I also finished up under the eyes and applied bronzer and blush because I also don't have a new blush to talk about. But I do have a nice new highlight to talk about. Two, in fact. They are both by Maybelline. The first one is their Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in Rose Gold, and then their other one is their Master Holographic Highlighter, which is a prismatic highlight. Oh my goodness, look at all the blinding. Woo! This prismatic one looks like it almost has like a pinky sheen. Whoa, that's a little bit chunky. That is very light. It is reflective. Little bit on the glittery side, I want to say. And then the Rose Gold one here. Put that on because I love the molten gold, so I bet rose gold be pretty. Ooh, yup. Not surprised at all, although interestingly enough, it doesn't look as highlighted as the prismatic one. Is that just me? See how the light is reflecting off of the prismatic one versus the rose gold? Oh, that's interesting. Now I don't know which one to apply to my face. They both look so pretty. Maybe I'll just apply both. We'll just apply both, it's fine. I'll do one on one side and then one on the other side, and then we'll just see which one looks better. So we'll start with the rose gold one and we'll apply that. I like the fact that it has a little bit of a gold sheen to it, but still with that nice peachy pink. Oh, it's really nice. I like it. I'm just gonna put a little on my nose. Cupid's bow. Oh wait, I have another one. We're just gonna dust off my brush a little bit and go into the prismatic one right here. Definitely more of a glittery kind of fit. So I didn't record whatever I just didn't record. I don't even remember. This side I started out with mostly the rose gold. This side was all prismatic. Finding that the prismatic ones looks a little bit glittery on my skin. I think I prefer the rose gold one moving forward. I've kind of combined both on both sides, so I'm looking really frosty today. And that is, in summation, what I didn't film. And now moving on to lip products, and we're going to be testing out another new product from NYX, and this is their Powder Puff Lippy. And I have two different colors here because I don't know which one I want to put on my lips, but I wanted to do a bright color. And these are powder lip creams. I don't know how you can have a powder lip cream, but here we are. So this one is Puppy Love, which is a pretty sort of a corally shade, and this one is Teenage Dream, which is just my go-to favorite statement color, a bright fuchsia pink. This is quite a large applicator, especially for a bright color like this. I don't know how I'm going to like apply this to the lips right, but we're gonna try it. And basically all you're supposed to do, I think, is just kind of squeeze it until the product comes out the top here. Waiting. I see it. I see it. I don't see powder though. See how it feels on the skin. Oh, interesting. It almost dries powdery. Okay. Okay, interesting. I wasn't expecting that. You just threw me, NYX. I thought it was going to start out as a powder and move to a cream, but it's opposite. So the look isn't going to be as pronounced, as impactful on the lips. It's going to give much more of a subtle stain-like effect. It is a very interesting texture as you continue to like rub it into the skin. It really does feel like powdery once it's like dried down. That is so cool. So I think on the lips today, I'm gonna go with Puppy Love because it kind of matches a little bit more. And I'm going to immediately remove this off of my hand because I'm gonna get it everywhere. And let's apply this. It applies a lot easier to the lips than I actually anticipated considering how large the applicator is. But because you're creating more of a stain-like effect to the lips, it's just a lot easier to blend in. It doesn't feel like it's fully dried down. Like it does feel like a powder. It feels very lightweight, but it doesn't feel like it's like cemented to my lips, if that makes sense. It didn't apply streaky. It seems to be settling in like really nice. Even if I like blend my lips together, it's not making any sort of patchiness appear, so that's really nice. I'm curious to see how long wearing it is, but in terms of first impression, I think it's really nice. And the last thing we're gonna be testing out is a new setting spray. This comes from CoverGirl. It's their Look Lock Up All Day Setting Mist. And it says on here it's gonna lock makeup in place. It has a very microfine mist. Microfine mist, that is a good thing. But I have been fooled before by some other ones, so who knows. If 5 is like a perfect spritz to the face, I would say it's like a 6.5. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky on the skin. It's settling down easy enough. It dries quite easily. But yeah, now we are done. I would say in terms of my favorite products that I tested out so far today, I really like the primer, the Pixie one, the Healthy Foundation. It looks beautiful on the skin. I think it's also in combination with this primer. I also really like the powder puff. I really like this color. I'll play around with other colors too. But those are probably my favorites. And then my least favorites would be the Physicians Formula Killer Curves Mascara. I just didn't think it gave me any sort of like wow factor to my lashes at all. And I also didn't love the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. Once it dries down, if you touch it at all, it immediately like powders off and becomes this like patchy mess on the eyes. So while it's so pretty and I want to love it, I just don't. So now I'm gonna go about my day. We'll see how everything wears and I will check in with you guys tonight. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day and I want to kind of update you guys on what's going on with my makeup. But first I want to just talk about the whole lighting situation that's going on right now, because my whole side of the face right here is looking really, really sweaty. And that is because we have like a new lighting system that we're in the process of putting together. So I just sort of like hacked a couple of lights in and around just so you could actually see me, since it is like 10:30 at night. So let's get on to the makeup, shall we? Starting with the eyes, the eyeshadows are beautiful. They stayed put quite well throughout the day. The only thing is I didn't wear a glitter primer, and I should have worn a glitter primer. Brows still look really good. They held up pretty well throughout the day. The lip product I actually really, really liked. It's not on my lips anymore, but it did fade quite well throughout the day. It's just my lips have been so dry today, so I think like anything I would have put on them would have been a fail. For concealer, the Rimmel one is definitely wearing off on the inner corner of the eye. It looks really smooth and flawless back here. It's not settling weird, it's not creasing, so that I like, but definitely more of a medium coverage. And the CoverGirl one is nice. I would say it's a little bit darker for me, and it doesn't say on it what color it is. It works if I have self-tanner on, but it's not gonna work if I don't. And highlight, oh my gosh. I mean, like you can obviously see it with the light like blinding me in the side of the face here, but the undertones in it are so flattering. The rose mixed with a little bit of a champagne-y gold, but more neutral tone, not too yellow gold. So I would say I'm probably the most impressed right now of the combination of these three products together. Like my skin looks so good right now, but I don't know if it's the combination of these, if it's just this one or just this one or just the setting spray. I don't know. So I want to play around with this a little bit more. And now I'm going to shut off these lights and kind of fiddle with them some more, because this light at the side of my face is like blinding me. This is too bright for 10:30 at night. And that is everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like these whole testing of drugstore launches and you want to see more of them moving forward. If you have any like requests for other products you want me to test out, leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And that is everything. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing week so far. Dropping things everywhere. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.